All right.
We're alive.
We are alive.
Let me go figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm here.
Yeah. Um,
Just sharing it out.
yeah, I just got the notification. Hi, Jenna. Hi, Gamer.
Hi, Jenna. Hi, Gamer. I know you're beyond help at this point. Just gonna wait for a few more people to come in, and then we'll explain. We're not asking for money before anyone thinks that. Otherwise, y'all know I won't be doing this because I'm not doing that unless it's an extreme emergency and it's actually someone that needs fucking help and would be grateful for it, like Gamer, who desperately needs the help right now. But other than that, we're not asking for money over here no more. Why am I even up this early? I'm up this early because I have kids, so on and so forth. So, Lady C, as you all know, is from Texas. She's not in Texas right now, but she has a family emergency. Her father took a very turn. His health took a very bad turn for the worst, and is not expected to make it much longer. She has money to get to Texas. She just doesn't have a means to get to Texas. She cannot take a bus, a plane, a train. um, so because she doesn't have a valid ID. So what Lady C is asking is if somebody would be willing uh, to pick her up in North Carolina and drive her to Texas. She has the money to pay for the gas and travel expenses. She just needs to get to Texas because her father is soon going to pass. She wants to be there with her dad when he does. So that's what we're asking. We're not asking for money. I know it's a big thing to ask. Um, uh, but, you know, a lot of us has been with Lady C as I was. I was here when my dad was dying. My circumstances back then was different than Lady C's. I had a car and money and a means to get back home right away. Um, she just needs a ride. She has the money to pay for everything. She just needs a ride to get to Texas to be with her dad. So, with that being said, if there is anybody that is willing, or if we can think of anybody that could help her in this situation, they will be paid. Trip will be paid. Um, if we can think of anybody, that would greatly be appreciated because right now, Dorito. But I know I'm gonna have to repeat this several times. People are just coming in. We're not asking for money. Nobody's asking for money. Lady C's father has took a very his health has declined, and they are not giving him much longer to live. Um, so her brother had called her and told her that she needs to get home within the next 24 to 48 hours. She has the money to pay for someone to pick her up and take her to Texas. She cannot take a bus, train, plane, because she does not have a valid ID. Um, so without a valid ID, you can't get on the Greyhound, you can't take a plane or a train. So she's just asking if us as a community could help her come together to help her find a ride to get back to her father before he passes. And it's not like she knew a month ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. This all happened within the last few days. And then she got the phone call this morning from her brother that she needs to come home. So that's what we're asking. Lacey, would you like to say something? Yeah, now you need an ID.
I would.
When Mark rode the Greyhound, he needed an ID. Damn it. I'm sorry, go on.
Yeah, I've already checked into planes, trains, buses, all that route. My dad's situation is but it's not, uh, and all I'm asking is for someone to get there. I need to pay for gas and all that. So expenses. I just need a driver. I would be really grateful. No, I don't ask for her. This is absolutely necessary, emergency, whatever. Really right now, and I'm disappointed on
Yeah,
to
I
find a
got to.
ride
They
to
say you're
Texas.
breaking up. You're breaking up really fast. You got to repeat what you said because you were
Basically,
breaking up.
I'm okay. I'm Is this better?
Yep, you're much better now.
Okay. Basically, I'm in a bind, and I've already checked into all that, and I would, Jenna, but I'm not from here, and I can't find any. I don't have any way to get any access to help here because I'm not a legal resident here. This was supposed to be just a one-stop type thing, and I wasn't even supposed to be here this long. But now I'm in a bind, and it's a family emergency. If it wasn't for my father being in the situation he's in, I would not be asking. But I just got the call, and I need to find a driver to get me to Texas within the next 24 to 48 hours. That's the bottom line. It'll, the gas and travel expenses will be covered. I just need someone who can get to South Carolina and get me to Midland, Texas ASAP.
I know this is a lot to ask. I don't. I couldn't think of anyone that could So I just came up here to ask everyone here, and it's not money, so I was willing to do it.
And y'all know
Here's
I don't
someone
like
said,
asking for help. Yeah, I've called everyone that I possibly know.
I don't know, gamer. Gamer wants to know if an Uber can be used.
It would be way too much. I mean, the trip's paid for, but I don't think he's willing to do an Uber for that long of a ride, considering that it's across the state. That'd be different if I was in the same state, but I'm halfway across the country.
Jenna said it may not matter if you're a legal resident. They could
It,
probably still
it,
help.
well, I've already checked, and here in this area, you can't even go to the food bank without an ID, let alone do anything else. And most of the churches do the food banks too, so it's like I'm I'm at my wits end here, and I don't. It's been a very stressful few days. If we had more time, my brother was going to come down here and get me, but because we don't have the time to do all that, he's going to meet me in Texas, and we'll go from there. But outside of that, I have to find my own way there.
Jim and Jen said my pagan ass got Mormon help to move our camper from Utah to the Oregon coast. Utah, Utah,
You
Utah.
the hoe.
Mhm. Well, you the hoe
Hey, I
must be more
completely
grateful than
understand. I
you the
completely
hoe.
understand that.
You the hoe. Maybe they just wanted me of you to hoe. Maybe they just wanted you out here pagan ass out of you though. Maybe.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else to do. You know, she wasn't asking for money. She just asking for a ride. So I figured I'd come up here and try to help her figure something out. Maybe you all could help her with suggestions, ideas, know a friend, can phone a friend. I don't know. That's all I'm trying to do.
Any help would be grateful. If someone could just find me a driver, it, that's all I'm asking for is a driver. That's all I'm asking for. Someone's willing to help me do that. I can figure everything else out. So
I'm gonna leave and come back. Dorito said he'd be right back, so maybe Dorito's looking into something. I think he was gonna go look into something for you.
okay. And I know it's early, and I wouldn't be. Y'all know I don't ask unless it's absolutely necessary, and y'all know I'm a very grateful person, a very thankful person. I don't know what to do, and I mean, it's like you know how you're going on with your everyday life, and you get some really out of the way news that kind of just throws you off your game. Well, that's how it's been for the last few days. So if I don't make much sense, I'm sorry, but my mind's kind of been in a whirlwind, I guess you could say, from 1 minute to the next. Everything's been 1 minute to the next. And I, I'm asking my friends, my YT family, for help because I don't know where else to turn. I know, mascot. Hi, Nora.
Good morning, Nora. Sorry, I was taking dinner out the deep freezer.
And I know it's early for a lot of folks, and I'm sorry about that. I know I ain't got the best timing, but hey, life is what life is.
Good God, gamer. Jet Wash.
Hi, Joe Wash.
Where the hell you been, Jet Wash? We've been missing you. Hope you're back okay. Alright, so this is what's up, Jet Wash. Lady C's father is very, very ill, and they're not expecting him to live much longer. So when I ask him for money, Lady C got the money. She needs a ride to Texas to be with her father while he passes, and she cannot take it's she doesn't have a valid ID, so a plane, train, and bus is out of the question. So we're just trying to see if we can't get someone to get her a ride to Texas, and she's gonna pay for the trip, the expenses, all that. She just needs someone to come get her in North Carolina to take her to Texas. That's what we're trying to do. Mascot, that would work if she knew someone that drove truck. That's why we're up here because my head right now with everything I've been going through. I know, Jet
Yeah,
Wash. You need to
I
you need to
appreciate
be
that,
able
Joe
to
Wash.
you need to get your shit together before me and Ma get married so your ass can be here for that. Thank you, Jet
I
Wash.
appreciate. Thank you, Jet Wash. I appreciate
Yep.
that.
and you're able to get a hold of me and Lady C, so you message one of us. And Gamer did look into an Uber ride, and you are right, that would be hella expensive. It's $1,200 from you to Texas with Uber.
Yeah, I can't. That's
Holy hell! Even Gamer was like, "Holy hell!"
yeah, I can't do that. Can't do that. Like believe me, I wouldn't have come up here and asked if I had another option. But
Yeah,
if
I know, mascot.
I had,
I thought about that too, but the only way I know how to get to the truck drivers I know is on here, and a lot of times they can't have passengers.
yeah, like at where I'm at is surrounded by uh truckers, but they can't have any passengers on their trips, and they go back and forth to Texas all the time.
Uh, Hold on, I'm responding to a message someone sent me. It's trying to help you get a ride. Okay. Jet Wash said, "Can you get someone to rent you a vehicle for you?" He said, "Rent a moving truck. They're cheap."
Hey, we'll have the money to rent whatever we need to rent if necessary. The the thing about it is having a legal driver. I don't have a legal ID or license.
Man, I should not be saying this online, but I'm gonna say it online. When we first came out here, me and my ex to check out the area, a friend rented the car. He picked the car up, and because he had the credit card, and my ex drove all the way here and back to New York without no license. It can be done. It's just risque. You gotta be careful. Just saying.
Yeah, and considering what I'm trying to get to Texas for, I don't. If it was any other reason, believe me, I would take
That's why
that
the
risk.
fuck we
But
rented a car. My dad was dying. That's why.
yeah, yeah, like I. If it was for any other reason for me to hurry up and get back to Texas, it would be a different situation. But considering what I'm going to Texas for, I don't want to take any risk. This is enough risk as it is. And y'all know that I don't talk about my family much on here, but let's just say I got a weird family dynamic, and my brother's the only person I can rely on at the moment. So, but it looks like whenever I go back to Texas, this is the after plan. After I go back to Texas and deal with my father, and however this may turn out, I'm praying for the best. But the doctors, from what the doctors say, we're expecting the worst. Um, I don't know if I'm staying in Texas. I might be going to Ohio. That's where my brother's from. So I don't know what's fixing to happen. My world is about to be turned upside down. It has been for the last 2 days, and now switching locations, I have no idea where I'm about to end up.
Yay, Jet Wash is gonna hide himself in a big box, and he's gonna deliver himself in 24 hours.
If Jet Wash shows up at my door,
He was talking
I'll
about
be
for our
grateful,
wedding.
but I will be shocked.
He was talking about for me and Mark's wedding. I'm out of ideas too, damn it. That's why I came up here. And there is people messaging me, helping to steer me in some directions to try to help Lady C get a ride. And I greatly, greatly appreciate this. I really, truly do. If I was a millionaire, I would be able to help her and a bunch of other people. But unfortunately, I am not. So,
Yeah.
man, if an Uber is $1,200, I wonder how much a limo would be. I'm joking. That was just a haha.
jeez. Whew.
I guess that would kind of be like an Uber, right?
Yeah, but that would be way more than woo.
Again, I'm not
That's
from
way out.
there. Gamer said, again, I'm not from there, but certain circumstances in the UK allow for emergency ID. Everyone's going to give well wishes, but we need a solution. It's true, Gamer.
Yes, very true.
Do you have your birth certificate?
Yes, but they won't
why
take that.
can't you-
They They won't take that. They need 2 forms of legal ID, like legal, up-to-date information. And my birth certificate is only half of it.
Do you have anything with a mailing address on it?
Do you have anything that comes there in the mail with your name?
Not like a bill or anything like that. Not something that they would accept. Believe me, I have looked into all options, and everyone's telling me no.
So, Kitty,
Y'all know I don't take.
Lady C's dad, his health is very bad, and the doctors are telling her and her brother that he's possibly not going to make it. So, we're trying to get Lady C a ride from North Carolina to Texas to be with her dad. They're asking the family to be there within the next 24 to 48 hours. So that's what we're up here doing. We're not up here asking for money, just to try to get Lady C a ride to Texas to be with her dad before he passes. No, they don't use that here, gamer. They only use your dental records here when you're dead, and they can't figure out who you are.
Yeah, and I don't have dental records since I had dental records since I was 21. Just saying.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to figure something out for her. On hold. Doritos on hold. Okay, well, we're on hold for you. On gold, standby. Okay. On phone. On hold. He said gold.
All right. I wish that was the case, gamer.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I get what you're saying, gamer. You're absolutely correct. But here in the States, they only use the dental ID when you're dead. Sad, but it's true.
like to identify your body, your DNA.
Yes, God save the Queen. Absolutely, gamer.
Yes.
I hope she is doing well and better. I know she had COVID. Thank you, Gemma. We appreciate all the kind words and prayers. WTF, Mike just messaged me. Oh, it's a TikTok video. Can't watch it yet, Mike. I'm streaming. Do you have a birth certificate or an expired driver's license or ID?
I got my birth certificate and I have my expired license.
Yes, she has both, Dorito.
It's fucking cold.
I got to turn the heat up. He said, okay, please hold.
Okay,
Hey,
please
stop
hold.
taking my line, Dorito. Please hold. Hold, please.
Everyone always takes your line.
Mm-hmm. He needs to know from where to where, Lady T.
From Jamestown, South Carolina to Midland, Texas.
Mascot, I'm not sending no links out yet because we're just trying to get Lady C help to get to her dad. I'm not trying to be rude, bro, but I don't want it. I don't. Too many people on panel will distract from what we're trying to do. That's what Dorito's looking into now, Kitty.
Here, whenever I tried to call the bus station, they said that they do the PIN or password, but it's only for children under the age of 12. Like if children have to travel by themselves for whatever reason, that's the only way they do that here in South Carolina.
Did you explain to them your circumstances?
Yes, and they said they only do it for kids traveling alone under the age of 12.
I'm just trying to cover all the bases. You know, people are gonna have questions. I'm trying.
Yeah. Yeah, I've called airlines. I have called bus stations, train stations, every way possible. I even called my church family back home. I'm like at a loss and don't know what to do. Y'all were my last resort. I didn't know what to do. And whenever I
Like
got
I
that
said,
call,
we're
just a
not
few.
asking. Like I said, we're not asking for money. She has the money for the trip. It's just a matter of getting her there. So she's willing to pay. She just needs to get there. No money's needed.
Yeah.
And I know what she's feeling right now. I was here when my dad took a turn for worse for his cancer. Just my circumstances were a little different. I was able to get back home. So, besides that, I know what she's feeling.
Yeah.
ED children at home start heading in that direction. Elevator. Oops, I didn't finish that before I hit send. It's fine, gamer. Elevator music sucks donkey dongs. It does.
Yes.
That it does. If I didn't have children and no responsibilities here, I would go get her myself. But unfortunately, I do.
Yeah. So I have no idea what's fixing to happen in the next 24, 48 hours. And
I got what you were saying, gamer. I got it.
I'm
He's
worried.
basically telling fuckers that if they don't have responsibilities, I meant, can there not be a local train that can get near the border, then get one in the next state? For an example, I don't know. I'm trying to think every angle. I get it, gamer. Right now, we're trying to, because of her ID, that's what Dorito's looking into. If she can just use her expired ID and her birth certificate to get on the bus. Because if she can do that, she's got enough money to go straight from where she is to Texas. She won't have to,
Yes.
there'll
I
probably
don't
be
have.
a few, transfers along the way, but other than that, it'll be paid. The trip will be paid for in full.
Yeah. It's just a lot at the moment. And trying to get there on short notice is a really hard thing to do.
Yeah, well, sadly, this is kind of what happens in circumstances like this when family leaves our state, you know?
Yes. Yeah, I know I've always said I wouldn't go back to Texas unless something happened to my dad or my kids, and, well, here we are.
Oh. Just waiting for the elevator music to stop playing in Dorito's ear.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, 30 people, for being here. Greatly appreciate it. I know it's early for the round table.
Yeah. You know, I got to ask the question because I've been talking to many people in the last 2 days considering what's going on. And they're basically, these are people that haven't seen me in years due to me leaving Texas. Well, they wanted to know if YouTube paid off. I said, yeah, it pays off. It pays off. I'm part of a great community, and they always have my back in a time of need. And they're great people. So I give y'all shout outs everywhere I go.
I know, right,
I
Dorito?
know. Right, that was.
Oh, Kitty, I'm sorry. And Dorito said, hold on, seeing if I can work some magic.
I appreciate that, Dorito.
Well,
Very
go
much
ahead, David
appreciated.
Copperfield. Well, go ahead, David Copperfield. Pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Working magic. Yeah, I can get me.
I got a job interview on Wednesday at 1 o'clock to work as a receptionist at this place called Rocks. Thank you, Jet Wash. It's basically a place that like helps family in need. They like help pay their rent or their electricity and stuff. It's like an outreach place.
Yeah.
They need a receptionist. It's 10 hours a week for right now, and then they're willing to work with me once my son, the youngest son, starts school full time next year.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's hopeful.
Yeah. Thank you, Kitty.
Hi, Blue Farm.
Right. All right. Hey, Nikki. It's not a taxi. No, if an Uber costs $1,200, there's no way a taxi is 127. Someone done lied to you, mascot. Hold please, Dorito.
Yeah.
My cam off is on Dorito link. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Dorito. All right, I'm back.
Okay.
He got some answers. All right. The link sent, Dorito. How you doing, Nikki? How's Jay doing? The kids, I hope all is well. CB said, where in Texas and what part of North Carolina do you live?
I'm in Jamestown, South Carolina, and I need to get to Midland, Texas.
It's a little fucking cold out here today.
Yeah, I woke up, it was a little chilly here, considering that it was hot yesterday. Ooh.
I appreciate everyone trying to help. I greatly do appreciate all this. It's Dorito.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Hello.
What's happening? Okay, so after one person on squeaky wheel gets the oil first. You know what I'm saying? You cannot go out of Jamestown, North Carolina on a bus because you can go out on a bus if you had ID, but because you don't have valid ID and you only have a birth certificate and a expired ID, you can't go out of Jamestown, North Carolina because it's not technically a Greyhound station. There is other bus lines that go out of there. So you would have to go out of Greensboro. How far is Greensboro?
Is that in North Carolina or South Carolina? Because I'm in South Carolina. I'm like 5 hours away. I'm 5 hours away from North Carolina.
Yeah,
Moncks Corner is the biggest city near me.
Hold on here. I can tell you in 1 second. That's in North Carolina.
Okay, Monk's Corner, South Carolina is the biggest city near me. It's 20 minutes away. There has to be a bus station out there.
So then what you need to do, this is what she told me. You need to, in order to do this, you got to book online and get a passcode. Now, your money is always refundable if you book online and the passcode and you can't get on the bus. Okay, they made that very clear.
Okay.
The thing is you need to book it online and get a passcode. And then what you'll do is you'll bring your identification and your birth certificate. You'll just use your passcode. That is a last minute thing. And this is what the lady told me. If it's a Greyhound station, they will not ID you unless if you have the passcode and you order it on. But you have to go through a Greyhound station. You can't go through like some other bus station. You have to make sure it's Greyhound bus lines. Now, what I would do is call them as well. Speak to them, explain to them your grievance, telling them that you have your father's passing, and they want you to get out there. You have no way to do that. Explain your situation to them. They will book the ticket. They will tell you where you can go. But make sure you stress to them when you tell them again, because I just called these people and I spoke to them. You know what I mean? I couldn't get any reference number or anything unless I booked a ticket. Okay. So you have to make sure that they know that and make sure that they understand that. So they send you the right direction, because you don't want some schmuck just selling the ticket and saying, you can go to this bus station, no problem. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So make sure you give them some clarity, but you can do it, is what this lady said. So, you know.
Right,
I appreciate that.
So I think we're gonna end this so Lacey can go handle her business and try to get this done. And if for whatever reason she can't, I have a few people I got a message. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you everyone for trying to help us clear this up for Lacey. Like I said, I wouldn't have did it if it was about money, but this ain't about money. She got the money. She just needs to get home to her daddy.
Well, in that situation, it doesn't matter money or not. Regardless, you need to go see your father. Period. It's not a question of money or anything. This is, prayers are out for you, man.
You know, a lot of us has been with Lacey right now, and we feel for her. And and again, once you get home, you need us. All you got to do is contact one of us, and we'll be here to support you. I'm just a phone call away. If you need me again, call me.
I will. I'll keep y'all posted on what's going on and how everything's going, and I'll let y'all know what I find out and when I make it and all that.
Thank you for your hard.
Thank you so much. Anything else I can do? I wish I could do more, man, but I'm here in California, so. I mean, if you, Lisa knows how to message me. I'm more than happy to help you be your devil's advocate, so to speak, and be a squeaky wheel. And as far as I'm concerned, you're my cousin. I'm in here in California. How the fuck dare you fucking not allow her to do it? Okay, you need the devil's advocate. I got your back, girl. All right.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem.
So
thank y'all.
I'm going to end this stream so Lady C can go handle her business, and we'll keep everyone informed. Thank you, everyone. I love this community. You guys are the best. I love you. Bye.
Bye.